day. What a day. This
An
is
amazing day.
an amazing day. This has been day one of the Sing Your Heart Song Summit. And I'm just so grateful for the attendees that were participating and also for amazing presenters who came so prepared with their beautiful talks and messages. How are you guys feeling? Steph, Irma? We have spent the whole day together today.
We have. And it's been incredible. I mean, it's been a very full, very heart-touching and heartwarming experience. You know, every time we do this, my heart is always full of what is shared, of who shows up and how they show up. And I want to share this with the whole world, let everybody feel what we're feeling and what everybody feels when they come to the summit, because it makes such a huge difference.
I think there were so many messages today, and when I took the different presenters into the breakout rooms to make sure that they would be presented in the best possible way for them so that they could be showcased as well, everyone was prepared. I was blown away by the fact that if they had to share a program or a PowerPoint, it was there. They could share it and get used to how to do that. And I think that the prep behind the scenes, that is exactly what any successful summit needs.
Exactly. Mohammed, thank you. Thank you for joining us here on LinkedIn. And, if you have missed out on the summit today, replays are available on YouTube. And we still got 2 more full days of amazing jam-packed information to share with you, Mohammed. So please make sure that you grab the link and that you register and be part of this amazing week-long experience. Oh my gosh, I just am so loving all the information that was shared, and the schedule came together in just such a magical way. Like everybody's presentations segued and flowed right into one another. That was beautiful. And I'm all sparkly because, my heart song's been lit up. We just heard from one of our amazing presenters, Martha Alexander, and she talked about, I have my notebooks here, and she talked about how, when money loves to be spent on what lights you up. And that was a really new learning for me. And so this hat lights me up, and I spent money on it, and it just was so beautiful for what we needed today.
I think we all can take so many lessons from our different presenters, and I had an aha moment today as well, because we talked about how many people were happy when they got laid off from their jobs. And I wasn't, because fear crept in. And I was worried about money, and I was worried about, where is it going to come from? I have to make money. And because of that, I didn't utilize the time during the COVID pandemic that I should have. And in hindsight, I now see that. So that was a huge aha moment. And it wasn't one presenter, but quite a few of them. It was almost as if they had this big hammer and knocking me against the head, and just say, hello, wake up. So I'm really grateful for that.
Speaking of presenters, we do have them in the room with us. I'm going to bring them on. Here's Mark Lyons. So he presented just now. And then also Coach Jackie Cote. So thank you so much for joining us on the Summit Recap.
My pleasure.
And you attended some portions in the daytime too, Mark. What was your favorite, session from this morning?
Oh, it's hard to pick a favorite, but I think if I had to choose one, I like Martha's and I like Jackie's too.
Excellent. And you were able to kind of identify what Irma was just saying about, that corporate experience and now wanting to break free.
Yes.
So you're in good company today.
The best kind of company rather than the corporate company.
Yes. I have seen what corporate America has done to people, not only just me, myself, but I temped for almost 5 years at Kraft. And when the Brazilian boys, 3G and Heinz took over, I saw people lose their health insurance. I saw people get rooked out of their severance. And it just developed for me a contempt for corporate America that I feel today. And I'm using them now just as a temp, just to make money, but I will never go back to being a full-time corporate drone.
Hey man, I'm on that train.
As I used the expression before, corporate America can go pound broken glass.
And Jackie, what was your experience like? I mean, you talked a lot about today about, being a successful career woman and then breaking free from that as well. Now you're the freedom coach. She's so free. Her hair is flowing in the wind.
It's not gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work.
We hear you.
We can hear you. If you
I don't
wanna say-
think
Yeah.
I don't think she has a good exchange. It has been awesome having you, Jackie, and I hope that you get all our
I'm
energy.
sorry, guys.
Totally understand, and thank you for being with us today.
comment in the chat, Jackie. If you watch it offline, just comment in the chat. Excellent. Well, I want to show off, we did a creative workshop today, and this is led by Chris Dyer. So look at this. Ooh, my
No, I
journal.
get mine. I'll be right back.
Okay, so I just want to show this off. I mean, this has been the perfect companion today, just to write down all my notes. Like, I have so many pages filled with notes. And then in the afternoon, we got to sit down with Chris, and she led us through this very meditative exercise of sorting the crystals and then being able to apply them. So I just took the easy, method of just filling the logos, but I do have some stencils, and I think Steph, you worked on some stencils to apply later. So that's more.
I did. So I did the little bitty bit up here, and one of the things that's really cool about this experience and doing it in an environment like we did it is that your ideas inspire me to do things, and we all kind of feed off each other. So when we let our heart songs be sung, we're not the only ones that are benefited by it, because we all feed off each other.
We do indeed. It's just amazing collective energy that came together. Oh, Mark, you've been busy. You got mushrooms, you got heart notes, you got, I love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
I'm kind of proud of it myself, if I do say so myself.
That was excellent. And, this was such a keepsake item for the summit, and you can still order yours, and you'll have to watch the tutorial and the recording to see how the process is like, but you can still get your journals with your name embellished. So definitely want to grab one. Got to have it, got to love it.
Absolutely.
Because I love mine. It matches my hat.
It is
I love the way
very
you traced the
beautiful.
name with it. It's very nice. Wow.
I'm all blinged up. Irma, yours is on the way.
I know.
Well,
Well,
in Canada.
mine has to be, it's on a ship, and then it's going to go to the bottom of the ocean in a submarine. Then from there, it's going to fly up to the moon. And when it gets to the moon from the rocket ship, they're going to go and drop it in a plane. And then eventually it will get to Canada, the borders. And then the border guys are going to go, Swarovski crystals. Maybe we want to do this. And then I'm going to wait some more, because then they're going to realize they have no clue what to do. So eventually I will get my journal.
And I have autographs from everybody that's touched it in between.
I know. Thumbprints. Those thumbprints.
That's awesome.
Well, Canada is so far away from the United States. I mean,
Yeah.
so far.
Very far.
Irma, I had the great pleasure of spending 2 weeks in Nova Scotia on one vacation years ago, and I enjoyed every moment of it.
Well, I wasn't born and raised here in Canada. So imagine my surprise when I went from South Africa to Houston, where we were for 4 years, and then coming to Canada in summertime, which was gorgeous. And then that winter hit. Mm, mm, mm.
Climate
Big
shock.
surprise. Big one.
Had you ever been in snow before then?
I've seen snow once in my lifetime in South Africa. And it was a freak kind of snowstorm that had gone through. So up to then, I mean, we got the thunderstorms and the rain and the sunshine, and the beautiful weather. And winter times hardly ever got to the minuses. So, yeah. And then we got here and it's winter time and we're cold and we don't understand why we're so cold. And we talked about it at work. And then they said, you actually have a furnace. You should turn it. True story.
Well, Irma,
Yeah.
don't feel so bad. When in my neighborhood, we had a guy away from us who decided one day, what do I need to do? So he disconnected it. You can guess what happened. We got a big rainstorm. His basement flooded, and he had to throw a lot of stuff away. And this guy was an engineer too. Not sure I'd want to cross any structure or go on anything that he designed.
So let's take everyone through what happened this morning. So this morning we opened up with Dr. Terry Levine. Do you guys want to share what your writer downers were, or your food for thought, your gems?
So many things.
GID, gratitude, intention, delegations. That's one of the.
Oh, that was fun. The GID. Yeah. Are you gonna do it? Are you do it tomorrow?
I'll do that tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah.
I also loved Dr. Terry's comment about, how do we measure success? And it's not measured, the way she measures success isn't by how much money she's bringing in, but how much she's giving back to other people.
That was so interesting. The reverse tithing. I had not heard of that before, but
Yeah.
she's in a position to do that, right? Like giving 90% to her foundation. And instead of measuring her company success on number of dollars, it was just how many kids they sent off to school. Like that was powerful to be able to, aspire to that level.
Absolutely. And really, that's what abundance is all about. It's not just how much am I receiving, but how much can I give out to other people?
Mm-hmm.
And when we fill up our pitcher, so to speak, then, we can give more to other people. I think that was a great example.
Indeed.
And it's not like she's living she lives an amazing life. She is talking about all the places she's traveling and so forth. And she's in Mexico. She's going to the beach right now. She's experiencing a full life and making lots of other lives better because of the life that she's living.
I liked also how she made that distinction between building a company versus a business.
Yes.
So what did you think about that, Mark? How did that help you shape Green Thumb at your service?
Well, I think it'll definitely help me expand what I do and change my concept of what I'm trying to accomplish. Instead of just trying to, make money, it'll be, how can I help somebody with their garden? I do find that I get a lot of gratification when somebody says, oh, thank you so much. I took your class, or I listened to what you said and my tomatoes look great this year. Thank you so much. And especially when they say it in front of a crowd full of people.
And they show off that beautiful tomato, right?
Yes. So I'm
That
definitely
dinner plate sized one that your niece
was my
or your
niece holding. Yeah, that was a big one. It's always gratifying when I can help somebody and I can make a difference.
One tomato that feeds a family of 4.
It's like that song, 1 ton tomato. I ate a 1 ton tomato.
And then next up we had Imani Reynolds. You know, Imani was just a spitfire of energy. I loved her,
Mhm.
timeline of photos and showing us, right, like just some key pivots in her life, and she was able to capture in those in pictures. And so I enjoyed that journey.
Monty was a gem.
Yes, yes. I liked what she said about not giving the outside voices center stage and talking about what's the one thing that's causing you fear and how can you let it go.
Mm. Yeah,
I loved
that was
all that she shared about, growing your own identity. When you're, because of whatever your characteristics are, people kind of pigeonhole you and say, well, you're, in her case, a black woman, young black woman, therefore you are whatever. And she said, you know what? You can have those thoughts, but I get to choose how I want to show up. I get to choose
Mhm.
what my life is going to be. I don't have to live into your opinions or reflections on me.
Marina, thank you so much for joining our conversation. We didn't see you today, and so hopefully you can join us tomorrow. I recognize you because you have attended our summits in the past, and you're just a big part of it. And we love this compliment you've given us. You guys make us think on things we take for granted. Thank you, and also you make it fun to learn. We do our best, got to make it fun, got to make it interesting, got to make it stick. So Marina, the link is on our screen here, so I'll show you the link, but keep up to date with all of our summit activities. We've still got a whole other day 2s and 3 to go through. So Marina, bookmark this link and join us. Join us when you can tomorrow. Hey, Irma, we're just talking about Imani's presentation. Do you want to share what was a special gem that you learned from Imani today?
Let me look at my notes because there were so many. Oh my goodness. Let me find it. I've got it all over the place.
I
Tell
like
me what you got.
the worksheet that she provided for us, in which in column 1 we say list everything that contributes to our identity, and then in column 2, how do others respond to our identity, and then column 3 is the truth of who I am. That just because others respond to our identity in a certain way, like I was just saying, we get to choose how that shows up for us and how we respond to that ourselves.
Exactly.
So something that I really got from Imani was that grow your own identity, embody your own love, and move with your own intentions. I really like that. That resonated with me because we know who we are, but then we doubt ourselves. And then the itty bitty shitty committees in the back here, they talk to us. I know, like that.
I like that itty bitty shitty committee. I'm going to remember that.
That is thanks to one of our former presenters,
Kathy Riley.
Yeah. So that was in the back of my, and then, we doubt ourselves. And that is something, especially move with your own intentions. I did like that very much.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about intention today too. So, Yi Ching was fabulous. Yi Ching Zhao. I mean, I just loved her unique background coming from, super strict family, high achieving medical student, now turned like filmmaker and creative coach. Like she just delivered an amazing presentation about the imposter syndrome.
And she talked about the arc and how she found that the arc takes you from where you start to where you would actually go, but also what it means. The arc is to have that self-awareness and to reframe your thoughts and the facts and create a new thought, and then to celebrate your identity. It was, she was very, she went very deep into how we, and once again, it takes us back to what every other presenter did, is it, we need to look at how we look at ourselves. We need to be aware of how critical we are of our own selves, because that is what's breaking down all those huge castles we've built and that we are able to walk into and to live in, but we break them down through what we believe and what we tell ourselves. Once again, itty bitty shitty committee.
Bottom line, we can be our own worst enemy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What was the line from the comic strip Pogo? We have met the enemy and he is us.
Yes, right.
Yes.
You know, I like the C part of the arc too, in that, you know, it's a constant reminder that we can celebrate the steps all along the way, that we don't have to wait to celebrate. What is something we can celebrate right now? And obviously we're celebrating day one of the Sing Your Heart Song Summit, which has been such a cool experience. But how can we live that out every day where we're celebrating what we've been able to do, that we've lived another day, that we've, you know, helped another person, that we've smiled another smile, that we just keep going and keep singing our heart song.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's just, I have a feeling, I mean, even though I was there and present and I got information firsthand, I have a feeling that I'm going to be returning to these talks. So I'm so thankful.
Yes.
We've made the replay available. It's on YouTube, right? And so I can go back in time and just watch it again and really dive into these topics. I mean, if you are looking for content on what to post, just do one of these homework exercises and share that. And you just get so much benefit, not only getting the learning for yourself, but sharing with your audience and community. So the replays are there. Encourage you to go check it out. So we talked about Chris Dyer and her amazing presentation and workshop. And Mark, you're a first-time comer to our summit. So we so appreciate you opening the second act evening portion. Do you have another song in you? We would love to just hear the song again.
Yes, please.
Wait, now hang on. I put my uke upstairs. If you'll bear with me a minute, I'll be right back to get it. Hold on.
Okay, we'll wait for you. I just love how his heart song was on full display. Like you could see Mark light up, teaching us about gardening tips and gardening resources. And then when he was playing the ukulele, I mean, I love the musical component of our heart songs.
But what I also enjoyed about Mark's presentation is that he talked about the garden of you. What do we plant in our gardens? What do we put there? Do we put things that are addictive? Do we plant things and nurture those items, things that are just taking over from the beauty that we also have? And it's up to us to decide if we want to get rid of it or if we're going to continue to nurture that which doesn't serve us. And I like the way he brought it together with his ukulele and with the music that he'd been playing, because that it lightened up the mood, but at the same time, it just underlined, you know, it's that double line underneath what he had said. And I really appreciated that. Thank you, Mark.
You're very welcome. Let's see. You want my garden song?
The cheesy song.
The cheesy song. All right.
Cheesy one.
Oh, cheese. It doesn't grow on trees. It comes out of the milk of mammalian species. It's the food of the gods. And this I know. A meal with cheese is the way to go. You can serve it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or a snack. cheddar, manchego, brie, or Monterey Jack, or any of the other 3,000 kinds out there. But not Velveeta. And for God's sakes, not Cheese Whiz.
Really?
You serve it with friends, eat it alone, have it on vacation, or enjoy it at home. A platter of cheese makes the world all right, 'cause any way you slice it, it's an utter delight. Oh, cheese. It doesn't grow on trees. It comes out of the milk of mammalian species all around the world. And from here to Crimea, serving cheese is a good idea.
A good
Yeah.
idea.
Goes with anything. And Marina was just gorgonzola and provolone, and she said something very interesting. Someone said, "Forgive me."
Nathan Williams, no pun intended. The puns were very much intended.
That was crazy.
That's how bad puns is how I roll.
That's how it rolls.
Oh, that's funny.
I think it was Charles de Gaulle, president of France, who once said, "How do you expect me to bring order to a country that has 300 different kinds of cheese?"
Do they really have that many varieties?
It's probably a rough number, but you can go to any country and find maybe tens or hundreds of different kinds of cheese. There is just so many out there. If I started naming them yesterday, I wouldn't finish tomorrow. And I'd probably still miss some.
You know, we've talked a lot about abundance today, and just the fact that, I mean, in your song, you talk about 3,000 different types of cheese. That is an amazing amount of abundance. And also, you know, during your presentation, you talked about just the incredible variety of tomatoes or carrots or what was that plant that you thought was like a rutabaga and it grew up into this huge
the Jerusalem artichoke. Yes. I'll tell you, if you want to plant something that's virtually idiot-proof, grow a Jerusalem artichoke. They grow in soil that's too poor even for potatoes. Now, once you plant it, you'll never get rid of it. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's kind of like mint. You plant it in the ground, it will take over.
Oh, mint, I know. And did you know there's chocolate mint?
Yes.
There's apple cinnamon mint. There's regular mint. There's so many different types of mints. I know because they're growing in my garden.
Are they in the ground or are they in pots?
They're in pots right now.
Smart move.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell my husband. Smart move.
You might want to keep it there.
Yes.
And I don't know if Marina's going off topic because I don't think Chihuahua is a type of cheese, Marina. I don't know.
It is.
It is. There's one of 3,000.
It is.
It
Indeed.
is?
Yeah.
A Chihuahua is a type. Oh, spearmint. Okay.
There's probably one of the simplest cheeses to make is queso blanco, which is another Mexican cheese.
That's right. Awesome.
Huh.
Awesome. Now I'm hungry. We were talking about the Garden of You, and you had this brilliant idea, which I had not heard of before, about if you'd like a certain type of food or you're a gourmet chef, or not even a gourmet chef, you like a culinary aspect, to make a garden so you can make that particular dish, right? So I love pizza. So like, why not have a pizza herb garden? And then Irma's messaging me like, it's your fault. I got to go order pizza now.
Did you
I have
order
to get pizza.
Marina, you mentioned queso fresco. I've made that too. That's one of the few soft cheeses that you actually have to press. Most of the other soft cheeses I don't have to put in the press, but it's one cheese. If I need something that I can make very quickly and I don't have to age very much, that's one cheese that I can make. Another really quick story. I made some different kinds of cheeses. I brought them to my family one time. I asked my niece what she thought of it, and she said, "Oh, it's okay." Then she said, "You know, Uncle Mark, I just like plain old ordinary American cheese." So I found a recipe for American cheese. I made it, brought some over, and I said, "Special for you, Leah. You like American cheese? Here's some homemade ones." And she actually liked it.
Wow.
my daughter Jessica has a hate affair with American cheese, like Velveeta or Cheese Whiz or whatever you get at the. Like I went to Bojangles this morning, and the biscuit I had the the American cheese on it. She wouldn't touch it. I mean, she would, and I don't blame her because it's just not good. When there are so many different things that are really, really good, why settle for the stuff that isn't?
Yeah. Well, you know who invented American cheese, don't you? None other than James L. Kraft. Basically, it was leftover bits of cheddar and I think another cheese. And he found a way, well, let's take these leftover bits instead of throwing them away. Let's kind of glom them together and we'll call them American cheese.
It's a melting pot.
Marina, you're all up with the cheese. Did you know that quesadilla is not only of cheese? I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
We need you on the summit, Marina. Come back to us.
Yes.
Well,
And,
Marina, you know so much about cheese and mince and everything. Marina, I don't know you yet, but I like you already.
It's so funny because Thursday is going to be National Junk Food Day. So
Yeah, trust Olivia to know that.
I have my resources. And so I really would love everyone to bring your own like junk food to our junk food party. Like
Bring
why
your
not?
chips, bring your pizza, bring your American cheese.
Yeah. And
I started early today already.
You know, Marina made a comment, plastic equals Velveeta. When I was temping at Kraft one day, I was stressing out over getting something done in the deadline. And one of our team leaders, a big, tall, blonde Barbie doll biker chick, she said to me, Mark, let me tell you something about deadlines. We sell fake cheese that sits out on the dock for days because the truck didn't pick it up. And then it comes and picks it up. It brings it to the dealer and they sell it to the stores. So if we can do all that, deadlines don't mean very much, do they? Take a breather. Like, yeah.
awesome. Well, Mark, you were such a delight to have in the evening portion and setting that
thank you.
for us. And then it flowed beautifully into like Martha's presentation and also Jackie. Anything you guys would like to share about, kind of your favorite takeaways from those two presenters?
I like what Martha said about money is not good or bad. It just wants to flow freely to everyone. And I think
it's energy.
Our relationship with money is a strained one. So we block that flow. And I think we need to relax a little bit and allow the money to flow. And then I think we'll all be better off.
Yeah, that mantra she said is that money flows easily and freely through me, for me, to me. I've heard that before, and it is interesting to hear how the whole group that we have and all the speakers we had today as well have all been thinking the same thing. So great minds think alike. That's all I can say is we're all thinking the same and we want to make the world a better place for others. And we're beginning small, but it's going to go big because there are, 7.5 billion people on this earth. And so many of them, 70% of them, guys, are struggling and on the verge of poverty. 70% of over 7 billion people. We have our work cut out for us.
And I love that Martha did a demonstration. One of our audience members doing that clearing exercise, and so that was really neat, like to be able to clear that chakra that we have and to clear that mental block. And how generous of her that she's offering a complimentary breakthrough session. Whatever your money issue is, she will do a complimentary breakthrough session. So definitely want to watch the replay on that and get a hold of Martha and her contact information and see what that offer. It was valuable. I mean, we to do that with her. Yeah.
Yes,
I've not seen that done before.
And Jackie mentioned something as well. She talked about the freedom buckets.
Mm.
How many of us can say that? We've got freedom buckets. Are we free to move around? Are we free to go to bed without a gun underneath our pillows? Are we free to walk into a bank and actually withdraw money? Are we free to pay our bills? It was really interesting the way she put it, because, and then what she said was, love creates freedom.
And I love her story about, she's celebrating her 50th birthday this weekend, and she's gone for most of that time without having any kind of tattoos or having any interest in doing a tattoo. And then she had the epiphany, the download about what would love do, and now has this awesome tattooed bracelet on her wrist with this infinity heart and that question, what would love do? And truly, when we follow love as the compass of our lives, then it always leads us into these richer, more abundant, more wonderful places.
It definitely does. I mean, this is amazing. Amazing just to kind of reinforce everything that we're learning, right, in this live discussion. So I so appreciate you being here, sticking it through. And Marina, I think Marina's got some recipes for you here, Mark. She's telling you for your next cheese recipe, try quesadilla with chihuahua and manchego, and then add in chorizo. I don't know if you've ever done that before, but
I've never done chorizo. Manchego I've had. I would like to make my own manchego. The problem is that authentic manchego cheese comes from the milk of the manchego sheep. There are no manchego sheep in the United States, and you cannot get them because the USDA takes a dim view of importing livestock across the pond. And if you've ever tried to bring fresh fruit in from outside the country or anything like that, they'll stop you harder than if you had drugs. I mean, you get to customs. You got fresh fruit in there? No, all I have is just fentanyl and cocaine. You got fresh fruit? Drop it.
But we are not in the land of the free, Marina. Sorry. Are you in the land of the free? No.
I guess land of the free is subjective.
Free from
Well,
what?
this is the way it works. When you have all these fruit goodies in your luggage and you get to the border post, then you're giving them to the border patrol people because they worked so hard. They need snacks and they need to be able to enjoy our fruits. Otherwise, it's going to go to waste. So I am so grateful for them that they are there to be able to eat that we don't waste it.
You're on a roll, man.
I'm having a little trouble with that one, but I'll have to process that one a little bit.
Along with your journal going to the bottom of the sea and up to the moon, and
what can I say?
Yeah. Irma, there might be a folk song in there. My journal is at the bottom of the sea.
Oh, there's
That's awesome, Marina.
Oh, there we go.
Medicine. That laughter medicine is.
There's a dose.
There's a dose. Marina, that
Very
was a
good,
secret.
Marina.
You're not supposed to see that. Yes, Marina. I so love your laughter yoga. Marina, please come onto the summit because she is laughter yoga ambassador of Mexico. And let me tell you something about Marina. She created a laughter yoga pledge. And I want her to come on the summit. I'm giving you a challenge. Please appear at the summit. We'll spotlight you and you can take us all through the laughter pledge because people need to hear it. So
I'll second that.
you'll second that,
Marina.
Executive order, Marina. So please come to the summit.
I don't know, Maria, and I'll third it. See, Marina's with me on this.
Oh my goodness, Marina.
She prefers to keep her tequila.
You know what? I saw something the other day. It was actually on TikTok, and it's someone at videoed this. It's these guys in from India, and they got to the border post at the airport, and the guy had forgotten about his huge bottle of whatever it was. And he looked around him, and they all started drinking out of this bottle as they standing on. They were not going to share it. It was a full bottle.
Oh my goodness.
But that was an interesting flight. Didn't you have to leave the ground?
Yep.
All right. Well, we need to get our beauty sleep because we still have day 2 tomorrow. So the link
We
is on the
do.
screen. Please join us. You know, everything you need to know about the summit, how to log in, when it starts, who the people are, is all in this link. So please go ahead and bookmark that now. We have an amazing day 2 plan. I mean, today, day 1 is all about finding your heart song. Tomorrow, we're going to go into the next phase, which is valuing your heart song. We touched upon it a little bit today about just appreciating abundance with what you have now, but more to come tomorrow. We've got an amazing lineup once again with Tanae Kasmaina, transformational coach in the very beginning. Then we got Carol Ward, who is a money mindset coach as well. And then we've got Emmy Russo, who's going to bring us lots of energy. And she is a warrior of love, so I'll leave you with that. And then we got Robert Bostic, who is the cartoon hunter. And he's going to give you humor tools to help elevate your communications, your presentations, your career, your relationships even. So, and then more to come, laughter yoga, more meditation, more writing prompts. And then in the evening, we've got Tammy Plunkett, who has a big publishing company. Then we've got Dan Stillman, as well as Gloria Grace Rand. So it's going to be a lovely evening, really to help you, guide you into finding that abundance and valuing your unique heart song. So join us tomorrow for day 2. We open the doors at 10:15 a.m. Eastern time. That's on the schedule as well. And, you know, thank you for watching this recap, and more to come. We'll do a daily recap at the end of each day. So
Real quickly, Olivia, how do I bookmark the summit? I can't copy and paste it from what you posted. How do I do that from here?
it will be in your email because you're our presenter. So you get it in email.
Oh, all right.
Just by the way,
You're already on the VIP list because you're a presenter. But check your email because Steph does send out the push notifications every day. And then if it's something that you want to share with your colleagues, please invite people to this. Let them know what a fantastic experience this is. They truly want to be part of it. All right. Well, I've kept you on here late enough. So, yes, Marina, I will email you. I will beg you. I will plead with you to come on to the summit, and please do the laughter pledge with all of us. So that email is going to be coming to you. All right. I've kept you late enough. Have some beauty sleep. I will see you all bright and early tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Irma. And thank you,
Night.
Steph.
good night, everyone.